Alright, welcome back to Waws Gaming, also known as the nickname The Lodge. I am Waws. Tonight, the grind continues. Aeris is still in training, and we're actually going to choose to move back to Junon just for the quicker, easier battles to get the level 1, 2, and 3 unlocked, and then we can come back to the... What's the word? I don't want to say harder, but definitely the more strongest hitting areas, just so that we can build up her actual limit breaks. Still continuing the grind, still chasing the limit breaks, and we're not leaving the side quest essentially until we get her limit break. This is no edits, no shortcuts, honest gameplay. I was talking, getting to warm up and continue our trucking along. We're gonna go back to Coast of the Soul. Actually, Coast of the Soul might be a decent area to also grind out, but we're gonna go back to Junon just because we know we can get at least 5 people there. Or not 5 people, 5 enemies there. And we're gonna start, keep it light, keep it fast paced. Like I said, it's a little bit quicker, easier. If I can pay attention, it'd be even faster. Okay. Early fights are just to get Aeris warmed up here. Still limit level 1, which is wild. Again, I kind of screwed up and forgot about Aerith being needed into the Temple of Ancient, which anybody that has played Final Fantasy VII knows that this is the turning point. Some people will say that I'm just grinding for nothing. That's a fair point. Not gonna lie. It's 100% fair point, right? However, I think it's pretty losing my train of thought here. Pretty entertaining to gain her limit breaks just because you don't get her for a very long time. And you are kind of forced to use her. So, why not, right? So, we're outside. Hopefully we can get to the forest before I get into any fights. Don't guarantee it though, but hey, it is what it is. RNG is actually in our favor today. 3. Luckily for these, she pretty much kills them in one hit. So, we'll take it. See what the rhythm looks like for RNG. Sometimes it takes forever to get into battle, sometimes it takes pretty quickly. That's not too bad. I can deal with the rhythm on that quickness. I love the battle theme of Final Fantasy VII. Right. Unfortunately, the grind is how every limit break is earned. And it looks like we are far from it, considering that she hasn't even gotten level 2. Actually, we're gonna go ahead and do this. Hyper. Bring her up. Put everybody else in the background. Quite honestly, I might actually get them knocked out just to have them target her and make it a lot easier. We should see. Of course. Put everybody on the front back and I get... So the reason that I put Hyper on is, as you can see, it severely increases how fast her limit break rises up. Go ahead and heal. She's about halfway down. Fire 2, a little overkill. Killing the heck out of my MP. This is what progress looks like when nobody's looking, right? Slow, painful. But at the end of the day, that slow, painful grind, it's kind of how it's supposed to be, right? RPGs are meant to enjoy the sceneries, enjoy the battle, enjoy the tactics, and to punish you when you mess up and forget or don't realize what's going on. Which she actually has healing wings, so we're gonna go ahead and use that. It should be about leveling up. Quite honestly. No, stop attacking Sid. Attack Aeris. Let's take the post this way. Materia magic destroys everybody. Please tell me she's got it. Nope. Alright. I'm starting to think my game is cursed. Maybe my game knows what's coming and it's just like, never mind. You know? So, no flashy bosses, no cinematics, just plain old repeating back and forth over and over and over. Quite honestly, normally what I do in this kind of cases when I'm not recording is I usually have a TV show in the background, some anime. And, you know, just walk around when you hear the engagement, you look over, do your attacks, continue watching, you know, rinse and repeat. Especially for the mundane task. But luckily, I can say that is, you don't get the great gospel without putting the mods in it, right? It is her level 4 limit break. You don't expect them to kind of give it to you, so. There we go. One more hit. She can do her limit break one more time. So you can level up to level 2 and level 3 without getting leveled. 1, 2, and 2, 2. Almost seems like a branch spark to. Nope. I don't want to use boost jump. I don't want to take kills away from Aeris. You know, that's the dilemma. So, the dilemma is, do you use it just to gain everybody else's while they have it, or do you just keep on trucking along? I want to choose to keep on trucking just because, quite honestly, Sid will be on my party for the rest of the game. Doesn't really interfere with much. There it is. We have Seal Evil and we have Breath of the Earth. Look at that. We got 2 in 1. Go ahead and change it to level 2. Breath of the Earth is where she, if I remember correctly, it's been a very long time since I've used Aerith, fills up both other party members' limit breaks, which they already have there, so kind of pointless. Debating if I want to use it or not. No. Alright. Starting with targeting. Bad. Build her up. Finally pop. We got 2. We got 1. 3 more to go. Like I said, you can 100% gain it. I've done it before. I was very brand new. I didn't know much about limit breaks. Dying a lot. You guys got a target her? We're gonna target her or use a limit break. Yeah, I like it. Alright. How's your boost jump? Oh, it's cure all statuses. Well, I was dumb. I guess that could be useful. We'll go ahead and use everybody else's. Just so we can get it out of the way. Breath of the Earth. I love the music, by the way. If you hear me humming it every once in a while, don't judge. That's all I'm gonna say. Yeah, man. Yeah. I will say, by the way, hey guys, you guys are awesome. I do have lots of new viewers popping up day in, day out. Thank you so much. You guys are awesome. Now you're seeing, you saw the manuals, you know, me getting the Cosmo memory, the Greek Gospel. Now you're seeing the grind behind it. Unfortunately, this is how it works. You get these nice little manuals, but you can't use them until you grind everything out. Consider it the sleeper build, right? You don't see the results right away, but you know the results are coming. You know, if I was Cloud or Sid at this point, I'd kind of be like, yo, why we keep fighting these people over and over and over? Right? This is what we consider discipline in the military, or in the real life too in the civilian world. You know, you got discipline to do the most mundane task over and over and over and over again. Like, my guy, get over it. You know what I'm saying? Trust me, if you think that I'm okay with doing the same buttons over and over again, you're sadly mistaken, Cloud. Pretty good in terms of timing. Aeris is probably like, listen, man, I'm gonna memorize mantra magic for the rest of my time. I like it. I don't want to use Breath of the Earth, but that's fine. Let's just use another hyper on her. Oh, alright. Like I said, hyper. I'm gonna have to go to the store and buy some more. She's trucking along. Luckily, our Materia is also slowly leveling up, so I can't complain too much. I was hoping that this would be the last video of grinding, but at this pace, we might actually have to do one for sure. That by the next one, we will definitely have it. I will say the Materia is growing, team's growing. Slowly. But hey, it's growing, right? We gonna have that heal. We gonna have that heal. Aeris is just instantaneously killing people here. Didn't tell you to do that. Was fire kill it? Am I strong enough to use fire? Just kill? Thank goodness. I don't have to keep using a fire too. That's gonna be expensive to heal. At least we're getting rich-ish. 25k, 24k, 24.5k. Yeah, we're running up 25k. Luckily enough, that's pretty decent for what we're gonna need in the future anyway, so I cannot complain. You guys gonna attack Aeris? Please? Nope. Alright. Cloud's probably like, listen, man. Just stop attacking me. Sid's probably like, I'm just going through cigarettes like it's going crazy. You guys attack Aeris. Alright. You guys just pain in my rear end. So, level 2, that's not too bad. I don't know how she keeps missing, but hey, Hyper does, I should say. The Fury does make you miss. It does lower your accuracy slightly. I'm not gonna say it's like game-ending, but it does lower it. Might be time to actually to a higher difficulty area. Not Nibel. That's a little too hard, I guess. Gongaga. So Cloud is taking all the hits. Restores HP and status to every ally. We get to use it. Breath of the Earth again. Luckily, I will say that we're tackling some good amount of enemies on this run through. Finally getting the breath of the Earth. Ooh. Go ahead and use Breath of the Earth, so if she does get attacked, she can build some back again. Got 2 more hypers. Not terrible, not terrible, not terrible. I'm gonna heal. Aeris is probably like, stop. Thank you. Would you attack? Oh my god. You guys have one job. Just attack the middle person that's in the front. Hey, one person listens. Alright, man. Yeah. This game, we'll see. Right? This game is like the most infuriating game sometimes because you're like, yeah, man, I know what I gotta do. I messed up. Like, help me out here. And the game's like, yeah, you do things hard way. So, a little infuriating sometimes. But I can't blame them, you know. Can't make it too easy. Gives you a nice little cozy chillaxing. Got a nice little team. They're probably talking to each other like, yo, what we doing? Not like these 2 people figured it out. Too bad that they gotta die. Really? Yeah, of course. Materia. Sid's really like, I could be a space pirate, but by this point, you know what I'm saying? Like, we've been sitting here grinding forever. Sid's probably like, just let me be. That's what I'm saying. Like, at some point, if you want quicker, you could potentially knock the other 2 teammates out. Oop. 3 people, and you guys literally failed to attack. The one person. Like one, at least. You know? But anyways, hope you guys are doing good. Please let me know in the comments, drop some comments. Let's get some conversations going. Let me know, if you want to know a better area to grind out next time. Please, by all means, let me know. It's been a very long time since I've played this game. And by no means am I an extreme expert on this. I might just... depending on what I want to do. Just in case she doesn't kill, because she's been missing lately. See, always one. Luckily I have a white one. At least they're attacking her finally. Sad enough that I wish that there was a quicker way to do this without cheating. I really probably should go to Fort Condor and get some more hypers, but honestly, that's too far away for me right now. I'm just focusing on this grind. At this point, Parrot, Tifa, Yuffie, or Red 13 are probably like, what are these people doing? They're sitting on the button and the what is that thing called? The Doom Buggy. They're probably just like, yo, hey, can we go out there? Luckily the gas is not real in this game, or, because today's society in that game, $5, $6, $7 a gallon, they might be having a heart attack. Oh, no, I sheesh. Alright. Level 2 is still active. Gauge is moving fast. So, Materia is growing. We'll probably have overgrown. Well, not overgrown. We'll probably have next level up Materia here soon. To be completely honest. Hey, anybody gonna attack her? Hey, there we go. I think that's 4, 5, 20, 55. Lost control at this point. All I know is Aeris, Materia, Cloud, White Wind. Just sit there and swing a cigarette. Like he does best. Yeah, as long as I'm probably like screaming at him at this point. Alright, let's check this time real quick. 23 minutes, I won't bore you guys too much more, quite honestly. I'll probably do a couple more fights, just to see if kill counts are going up. One thing that this game doesn't do very well is have a counter, which, to be fair, was 1997, so I don't think they were focused on helping the players out there. They were more focused on providing a quality product, and you know what, Squaresoft, really appreciate it. You guys did amazing. It is one of the best Final Fantasies. Oh look, I know Materia. Leveling up. Wow. Squaresoft did an amazing game with this game. Amazing job with this game. I don't think that if they would have taken as meticulous as they did we would all be sitting here playing this game as much as we all do. And I know y'all. I know y'all people be sitting here playing this game at least once a year. I know I do. When I'm not busy with deployments, of course. We're gonna do a couple more. Like I said, I just want to build up that build counter so that when I go back across the ocean to stronger enemies so that they can do more damage. All we have to do is focus on the level 2s. Or the part 2, dash 2s. Whatever you want to call it, second part. Cloud's taking a beating. You know, at this point, Cloud's going to be like, if this was like Final Fantasy 2, where like your skills leveled up per actions, Cloud would be like the tank at this point. Still nothing. Alright, one more fight, guys. And we'll call it a day just because 25 minutes of back and forth is quite annoying for me when I can't tell. And I work 2 jobs, closing shift. At my second job, I played Fortnite with my son before this. My brain's slightly fried. And I don't think it's fair for you guys to essentially sit here in silence as I am about to start doing, because my brain is just completely fried. So let's check one more time. I'll give you guys till 30. I know some of you guys are watching this during lunches, or maybe before bed. My voice is kind of monotone, so I don't blame you. But seriously, I do want you guys to comment. I want to start bringing life to this channel a little bit, just to kind of see everybody's thoughts and strategies, maybe. I do my own. As you can see, I don't have Materia combos. I go with the flow a lot. 30k, that's actually really good. We're actually going to need quite a bit of that money. That after the Temple of Ancients. There's things that we require money for. We won't need much to get the items that we need. The key items, I should say. But we will need to upgrade some of our characters who are falling behind. So the next few parts is going to kind of go a little bit of fast, and quite honestly, once we get past the Temple of Ancients, the game kind of speeds up pretty quickly. My favorite part does come up after. For those of you that have played, you know that Midgar infiltration. That's where the thrilling portion happens. I'm actually doing pretty good with the pace. I like the pace. The game must be sensing that I'm trying to quit. I quit. Take a break. Rest. Something along those lines. Because battle seems to be coming up faster and faster. Cloud is taking a huge beating. I don't know how many missiles the game has, but we're definitely wasting them. Just saying. Alright, actually, we lost kind of count. There it is, finally popped. We are 100% ready to move on to the higher field, because Aeris is there. She's got all 3 levels maxed out. We just have to do the usage portion, which we will 100% take. So actually, before I quit, I'll put manipulate back on her. that. Definitely put that on him. I'll bring them up. And we'll keep them out on the back. Alright, we're gonna save. Thank you for sticking around. I know that the grind is real. But today's session wasn't glamorous. It was work. But that's the Lodge's way, man. You show up, you grind, you get better, you fix mistakes, you carry on, bring all you guys in, have a nice conversation. Aeris is almost ready. And when she is, we'll take her into the temple with full strength. So again, drop your comments. Let me know what you think. Give me some ideas. How about we can keep the channel going, get it more lively, and we'll see how it goes. Alright? Alright, thanks for sitting by the fire. Part 34. Finished training, which, as you saw, should be pretty there. It's just pretty much taking hits, which won't be hard. She's a defender. And we can essentially sit in one battle. So, then we'll move on to the golden saucer to get the key that we need for the Temple of Ancients. We'll run through the Temple of Ancients probably around port 36. So subscribe if you're tracking the mission. Stay disciplined. Stay in the fight. Waws Gaming is coming out.